Happy Tuesday, everyone. Today, didn't trade the open, had a doctor's appointment. And if you're watching the series, you kind of know what's going on. But let's get into it. Let's start with C. Here's the open. We're looking at a narrow state, as you can tell. I could see how one would get tricked out right here and try to buy, but you would only want to buy if it went above that area. Never did. We get a rather large bar downward to a narrow state. We sell here, stop right here. June. Don't sell until it crosses. June, June. That's a great trade. And it's still going, still going. We get out here. We're gonna see if what this sets up. So let's look at that. Let's consider this a narrow state here and here. So if we get a bar here or a bar here, we'll know what to do. Sell, get out, buy. That would have been a very nice trade. We're still in it all day. That would have been a great trade. Because this is a 45, you could have took color changes along here. Here's you want to take them more closer to the 20. Here's a color change right on the 20. You could have took that one. That's probably the closest one to take, but you could have took any of them. Let's go to Disney. Looks like I did do some trades on Disney later in the day. Um, let's see, the market opens here. We can say, here's the Fab Four. We're gonna not use this because it's so far away. So anything out of here, it goes down. As the first bar, looks like it's as soon as we can eliminate a green bar, a green, we're gonna go there. Let's say here's a hidden green bar. We erase it. We sell here, stop here, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Still looking nice. It looks like it was flowing down today. That's a buy right there. Buy more. Let's see. That's a sell. Looks like that's when I got in the sell. Buy. This was a nice trade for me. I bought 4 lots, 5 lots on the elephant bar, let it ride up. I took my profit here, which was very novice. You should have stopped below the bar, stopped below the bar, ride out the green. Could have got out here, consider riding out the pink. Would have got out here riding out the blue. Realistically, wouldn't have the pink or the green here. We would just have the 20. So let's keep moving. Probably should have stayed in that trade a lot longer than I did. I got out here. That was a great trade. Still made money on it. It's just gotta hold, gotta hold. Let's go to Intel. I lost the most on Intel today. Even though I didn't trade the open, I got caught. You'll see what happened. So here's a narrow state. If it goes below it, we sell. It goes below it. It's a green bar and it gets wiped out about half right there. You'd sell. Have the stop right here or the stop right here. Down, 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 and you get out right here. And the rationality would be there was no boom, boom. So it's zoom up, down. And right here, you have a tail bar, two tail bars, far away from the 20. You know it's going to go up. You buy, you set a stop below the tail bars. Boom, it hits the 20, you get out. Now we're looking at narrow state. Let's consider this 375 and or 3375 and 3340 in narrow state. Let's see if we break it. Looks like it's going to remain narrow. Remains narrow. We bought in here. Should ride up. But do you see how there is no follow through on that? We got out. It went down. It's not really past that 330 mark, so we shouldn't have even considered it. Now it got below that 340 mark. Let's see what it does. Nope. Couldn't get really below that 330. Oh, here it is. Nope. That's the end of the day. Let's go to Uber. Uber, this is a perfect one. Flat, narrow state, elephant bar, right off of the 200. You know it's a sell. You go all in on that bar right there. Ride it down. Perfect trade. This seems like I was flowing down this morning. Unfortunately, I had a doctor's appointment. So usually when you get a move like that, you don't expect too much after there. We're bouncing off of these points, high or low right here. One could make the argument it's a buy. There you go. I didn't play this one right either. But as you can see, the 45 degree, now we have color change. This is an elephant bar, but this is an elephant bar after it's made a move from way up here. So it's kind of like an exhaustion bar. We like to play a flat 200. It's kind of angled at a 45, maybe willing to ignore that. But if you look at the 5 minute here, probably look at the 1 minute right here. That's where we were playing it right there off the 1 minute. And had we have just stayed with it, it would have been a great trade. Let's go to Walmart. Start of the day. Ooh, Walmart went up. Everything went down, Walmart goes up. I like it. One thing to check out on a side note is Walmart's CEO was talking about artificial intelligence. I may link that in the bio. But here's a flat state. We have a elephant bar in a sense. Well, here's a flat state. Here's from yesterday. We know it's going up, right? Because we know we have, you want to buy it when it's flat. You want to buy it when it crosses over it and kind of just ride that, ride the 200. So the start of the day, he gives you a buy sign, but it's a pretty wide state. You want to wait for it to get closer. And then as soon as you can do a takeout, you might have wanted to try it here, a takeout of a red bar right on the 20. Stop there, it got you out. Take out of this bar right here, stop below. You could have rode that up. So what's really the rule on there? The rule is really a flat state 200. You want to ride that because after it's a flat state 200, that's when the greatest moves happen. This flat state happened right before the end of the day, or right at the end of the day yesterday. So that move's going to continue. It's just at the start of the day, it kind of hiccuped to try to get people out. Here's a sell. Nope. Narrow state. There's the sell you're looking for. You see the 45-degree angle. 50, we're going to get out. And now Exxon. So here's an interesting one. Here's my last trade of the day. Flat state, elephant bar off of it, 4 lots, and then it boomed on me. Got all the way up here to 95, and it started at, let's say, 50. And I took profit, took profit, took profit, took profit, but it was within, as you can tell, less than a minute. It went all the way up and all the way down, but then it recovered and went back up. But by then I had already got out. And that's why playing that last 30 minutes on the 1 minute seems like it's a opportunity last 15, last 30 minutes of the day. But you're looking again for that flat state. Let's look at the beginning. Let's see if it had a good move. Not really. I'm gonna say that's not the most narrow state. We could look at it like here and here. That's kind of rather close. So we're gonna need to include that. So now you're looking at here, and that's a pretty wide state. So it need to be above here and below here to sell. It does hit below here. It is a sell. You have to draw in the elephant bar, and you're looking at a very quick move. Down, up, down, and you're getting out. It comes here, you get another move off of the 20. Stop here, ride it. Let's see if we get another move. That's a pretty big bar, but it wasn't solid, so we're not going to get in it. You can see it's trying to do the 45. It's not really able to. That's a pretty big bar. Went all the way down it. That's a sell right there. Although it's far away from this state, so far away from the 200, so we know it's going to be a quick move. Probably get out now. Here's the elephant bar I got in about four or three lots. And here's something I was doing. I only had 5 lots, and I was looking at another trade. I think it was Uber, and I got an Uber, and look what happened. I got out of this trade here, even though it I shouldn't have, and look what happened. Nice move. So let's say we got out here when it crossed 12, 24, 36, about a 36-cent move we could have got. And it kept going up, and it continued with that play, so it could have been even more. Those are the main trades we took for the day. Didn't trade the open again. We'll leave at least an Oliver Velez tip of the day in the descriptions. So have a nice one. Happy Tuesday, and I'll see you on Wednesday.